What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be doing a part 2 of everything there is to know about vintage clothing. About a few months ago, Tan and I did a video on everything that we knew, but obviously there's a ton more to learn about vintage clothing right now.
Man, we had to bring in the expert, Brandon, over here.
So obviously you guys have seen him on House of Hype. He also owns Beyond Cured, a reselling page on IG. Can you let the people know what got you into vintage clothing?
I know you guys know me from Richie Le's channel. You know, I used to mess with the Bape and the Supreme stuff, but I wanted to get into something that's a little bit more different for me because the Supreme stuff is just getting a little too saturated. We're gonna go over all of it today.
All right, guys, let's get right into it. All right, Brandon, so starting off this video, man, what is the #1 thing you would suggest looking out for when buying vintage t-shirts?
So the #1 thing that you should look out for, honestly, has gotta be the tag.
What are the best 3 tags you want to look out for?
I mean, in my opinion, I like the Fruit of the Looms.
So old Fruit of the Looms,
Old Fruit of the Looms, Hanes Beefy tags, and All Sport.
All Sport, okay.
All sport, okay. I mean,
I feel like they fit the best, and I feel like they have the best wear overall when it comes to vintage tees. Vintage blanks.
I'm not gonna lie, I always skip through the tag every time I'm in the racks.
Just look at the front of the t-shirt.
And that's most people. They look at the graphic and not looking at the tag, and you want to look for the Made in USA. That's really gonna help.
So is it a matter of if there's a dope graphic, dope t-shirt, but it's not the right tag, are you skipping on that t-shirt?
I'm skipping on
Is
that
it
t-shirt.
that important?
I'm skipping on that
Really?
t-shirt. Yeah, because it could be printed in 2010, 2012,
That's very true.
and it just doesn't hold the history, you know?
All right, guys, so for the #1 rule, Brandon is saying study these tags right here. There are specific ones to look out for.
All right, so obviously this is a little bit of your collection, but man, out of all these shirts right here, what's got to be your holy grail?
Probably got to be these two here.
Ooh, okay. I mean, what makes these like a holy grail? Because to be honest, I mean, I follow Round 2, and I've never seen him post this up, so you gotta explain why these are your holy grails.
You know, obviously we brought up Round 2, and I feel like they're great at sourcing. You know, they do a really good job, but they get a lot of the mainstream stuff.
I was gonna say I see a lot of Nirvana, a lot of Wu-Tang stuff. I mean, I see what you're saying.
Like these two here just hold personal value to me. Like they're priceless.
Okay.
But I mean, on the market, this one usually goes for about $400.
And $400.
$400 for this joint.
Okay,
1990 original.
I mean, everyone does love Disneyland.
Yeah, and this is one of the first Disney prints that they did in the 90s. And then obviously this one, being from Seattle, this one hits me super hard. Like, cause Ken Griffey's my favorite player.
Okay.
Of course, hometown.
One down. Deep to right field. Way back, he has done it again.
And just the graphic, like look at this.
All right, so obviously, you know, I've had you on the Keeper Sweeps. You had all the Hype Supreme, Bape items and whatnot. So what made you, you know, cross over to the dark side? Actually, the good side, vintage. What made you cross over?
That's a great question. I mean, I felt personally that everybody was chasing these same items every week. And not only that, we're battling against bots and stuff is selling out within a minute.
You're saying like everybody's chasing the same like 3 items every Thursday on Supreme and whatnot.
Exactly, and it's like, why not go and be unique? Go grab an item from your childhood. Go grab an item from a past memory that hits you a little bit harder that nobody else has.
Every Supreme drop, you just hear about people striking out. I didn't get them, you know, even on Sneakers app and whatnot. So I guess I can kind of see the value in getting vintage. The hunt just seems a little bit different than getting a bunch of hype, you know, Supreme stuff. It seems like the odds are more in your favor. All right, so with that being said, what is like the #1 advice you would have for anybody that potentially wants to get into this vintage world?
Man, I would definitely say do something that I did, and that's go and follow some of the bigger accounts based on their curation, and then you can kind of pick and choose what you love from their stuff and go from there.
You said a keyword, curation. Does it seem like certain like pages get more followers because they know what to pick out? They know what to post, they know what to sell and whatnot?
That's huge, and I think taking pride in your photos is another thing. If you're a new reseller in the game, take pride in your photos because that's gonna make it seem like you care about your product.
So in the description box, we'll put some pages for you guys to follow that Brandon came up with that you guys can learn from and see what type of items they usually post up on the daily.
For sure.
You gotta explain this table right here. Looks crazy. We have the Wayne's World. We got
Beavis and Butthead. Look.
Butthead.
I only know one thing for Beavis and Butthead, and that was the Julio.
For I am the great Cornholio.
That was so iconic.
Like all these emotions you guys are going through right now that's the reason I'm into this stuff. Wayne's World, Britney Spears.
Hold on, how much is this one worth? How much is this one going for? Might have to buy it for 10.
It's $250.
$250.
$250 for the Britney.
Oh, $250?
That was a pretty good album.
$250. What makes it $250?
So the size in general.
Okay.
The condition is almost brand new for being 20 years old.
Oh wow.
And it's just a really rare piece. You just don't see Britney's whole face on there. Great shot.
Look, I know Britney was huge back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you think I should cop some Justin Bieber merch and save it?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. There's a lot of believers.
He's
There's
thinking
a lot
ahead
of
of time.
believers. There's a lot of
For
believers.
sure.
People are actually doing that with the Frank Ocean stuff. I don't know.
Frank Ocean?
Yeah.
They see him in 20 years, the t-shirt's being worth a lot?
It's like he's not like a mainstream hype, type of vintage piece. It's like it's an art piece for him.
One thing I wanted to bring up, you gotta explain stitching. I always hear single, you know about this, single stitching. Bring this up, man, break this down. So like right here, this is single stitch.
Yeah, so this is just a single stitch all the way through, and nowadays you'll see modern shirts have the double stitch.
Okay, so this is just, people just like the look of it? Or?
It just helps date it. It helps know that it's in the 90s. However, there's still companies that do single stitch tees, so you got to be on the lookout, like Uniqlo.
My Yeezy t-shirt, my Yeezy season t-shirt, it actually single stitch.
But I mean, for the most part, most shirts, especially the blanks nowadays, are gonna be double stitched.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
However, you will find some 90s and 80s pieces with double stitch, and that shouldn't take away from the value. Just know that.
Okay.
Just know that.
Okay. Brandon has a pretty good collection, but this one just caught my eye right here. I don't know you guys, man. Growing up, I was a huge Mortal Kombat fan. And then Liu Kang, he's like the GOAT.
Big time.
He's like the GOAT, man.
And the Scorpion, easily.
Yeah, for sure. So tell me, because this shirt is pretty new, like dead stock, and I want to know, like, did you actually thrift this like in a thrift store?
I didn't, man. I'm a sniper. I'm an online shopper.
You think you're a sniper?
Sniper is what they call it. People
Sniper.
sit at home. They shop from all the online apps like eBay, Depop, Mercari, things like that.
Okay. So you're not even like really in the bins in the thrift store picking them.
I'm not, and I respect people that are in the bins and at the thrift stores. They call it being in the trenches, like you're doing the dirty work.
Oh,
that's where all these t-shirts probably came from.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it really surprised that this is actually this good condition from the bins.
This was actually an online snipe that I got from somebody, which is what I recommend most people do is shopping online, because you can be specific on what items that you're trying to look for.
It's almost like everything's already filtered out for you.
Exactly. You can search whatever you're looking for that day, rather than spending hours and hours in the Goodwill. You know.
What's this worth?
This one's actually worth like $500 to $600.
$500 to
extremely
$600 bucks.
It's a 28-year-old piece, and this one here is one of my other most sought-after pieces.
Hey, classic movie.
Yeah, Zoolander. Anytime you see a movie tee with the actual character's face on it, it makes it a little bit more valuable.
Wow.
And this one was only given to the cast and the crew of the movie.
Alright guys, so wrapping up this video, one thing that I really learned in today's video is you actually do not have to just be in the thrift stores to curate a collection like this. Like, it blows my mind that you said you got all of this from already like resellers, you know what I mean? So you gotta talk about that.
Yeah, like I think going to Goodwills is great. Like a lot of these shirts came from there.
It's hard work.
But it's a lot of work.
Like I get tired after one row.
Shoulders start burning just from going like this.
Because you know what it is? You just see so much whack stuff. You don't like, it's just hard to
get.
And
it just drains you.
It drains you, yeah.
Mentally drains you.
Naturally, you're gonna go through 100 shirts. You might like miss a Grail maybe. Because you're just
so fast.
So used to just going
that's
next.
That's why you're calling it in the trenches. That's what you call it, right?
It's in the trenches.
Yeah. You gotta have skill for it too, though.
Yeah.
I feel
and
like
if you do find that one tee and you spent 5 hours on it and you make $40, is that 5 hours worth $40 to you? Like for me, it's not.
That's pretty much it, guys. Man, huge shout out to Brandon for being in today's video, man. You taught us a ton.
I was gonna say,
Tan and I did the video, but you brought it to another level. For sure. Make sure you guys follow his page, Beyond Cured.
Yep.
He's always selling things. A lot of like pop culture stuff, not like just the mainstream stuff.
Yeah, not always sports, not always rap. It's a little bit of everything, pop culture wise.
All right, guys, let us know down in the comments below if you have any questions, any comments. Shout out to Brandon for teaching so much in today's video. Make sure you guys like it, share it with your friends. Also, check out the description box for his link and also other pages that he recommends following if you guys are trying to find stuff like this. But that's pretty much it, and until next time, we out. Peace. All right, Brandon, you know, earlier you were saying a Grail is worth as much as you are willing to pay for it.
Facts.
So you're willing to pay $500 for this. I think it's a dope t-shirt, but I'll give you a $150.
I'll pass on the 150. I'll have to pass on the 150.
I tried.
Hey, he's waiting for the bigger Mortal Kombat fan.
He's
man.
waiting for the real Liu Kang
they're out
fan,
there,
you know.
I already know.
I'm a semi. What about the Mulan? Let me get the Mulan.
We can talk about the Mulan.
Mushu. You copping the Britney?
He's been eyeing that all day. He's been eyeing it all day.
Hey, fire album, man.
If you
Fire
find
album.
one with her wearing the glitter outfit that she wore at the VMAs,
Ooh.
I might hit
Now
you
we're
with the
talking,
400.
right?
That's what we're talking about. All right, guys,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll work something out.